Welcome to the Stoic Still Point, where ancient wisdom meets modern resilience. Today we're diving deep into the teachings of Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, to uncover 5 principles that will help you become unshakable, no matter what life throws at you. In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, the Stoic philosophers offer a timeless roadmap to navigate life's challenges with grace and fortitude. Their teachings, forged in the fires of adversity, provide us with practical tools to cultivate inner peace, resilience, and a life of meaning. Join us as we explore the wisdom of Epictetus, a Stoic master whose own life story embodies the very principles he espoused. Through his teachings, we'll discover how to find stillness amidst the storm and build an unshakable foundation for a life of true fulfillment. Imagine for a moment you're an archer aiming for a distant target. You carefully draw back your bowstring, feeling the tension in your fingers, the weight of the arrow resting on your hand. The wind whispers through the trees, threatening to push your shot off course. Epictetus would tell you, the archer's true power lies not in controlling the wind, but in controlling their own aim. We can't control the external forces that buffet our lives, the wind, the rain, the opinions of others. These are outside our sphere of influence. What we can control, however, is our own response to these forces. We can control our thoughts, our actions, and our reactions. This is where our true power lies. Epictetus famously said, the chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Think about your own life. How often do you waste precious energy worrying about things you can't control? The traffic jam on your way to work, the snide remark from a co-worker, the unpredictable weather. These external events may be frustrating, but they hold no real power over you unless you allow them to. Your power lies in choosing how you respond. Instead of allowing yourself to be swept away by the currents of circumstance, focus on what you can control. Focus on your own actions, your own thoughts, your own character. This is the path to true freedom and inner peace. It's about recognizing that while we can't always choose what happens to us, we can always choose how we respond. And in that choice, we find our power. We become the archer who, despite the wind, remains focused on the target, adjusting our aim and letting our arrow fly with precision and purpose. Imagine a river flowing effortlessly downstream, navigating rocks and bends with grace. Now imagine trying to force that same river to flow uphill against its natural course. It would be a futile and exhausting endeavor. Life, much like a river, has its own natural flow. Trying to resist this flow is a recipe for suffering. This is where the Stoic concept of amor fati comes in, the love of fate. It's about embracing whatever life throws at you with acceptance and gratitude. This doesn't mean giving up on our goals. It's about recognizing that there are things in life we cannot control. Instead of railing against these realities, amor fati encourages us to view them as opportunities for growth. As Seneca wrote, the good things which belong to prosperity are to be wished, but the good things which belong to adversity are to be admired. When we learn to accept what is, we free ourselves from resentment, worry, and fear. We become like the river, flowing with the current, navigating obstacles with grace. This doesn't mean we won't experience challenges, but we'll face them with a sense of acceptance. So, how do we cultivate amor fati in our own lives? It starts with a simple shift in perspective. View challenges as detours, opportunities to learn and grow. Embrace the unexpected, the unplanned, the seemingly unfair. Remember, even in the midst of a storm, the river continues to flow, finding its way around obstacles. Embrace your own journey with all its twists and turns, and you'll discover a strength and resilience you never knew you possessed. Imagine 2 plates of food placed before you. One is a glistening frosted cake, beautifully decorated and promising sweetness. The other is a simple plate of steamed vegetables, plain and unassuming. Our senses might draw us to the cake. It seems good, pleasurable, indulgent, but true goodness lies in what nourishes our minds and souls. The Stoics believed true good lies in virtue, in living a life of integrity and wisdom. These qualities nourish us and contribute to long-term happiness. External things, wealth, status, possessions, are fleeting and out of our control. They might seem good, but can leave us feeling empty. Epictetus encourages us to examine our desires and question what we perceive as good. Are we chasing things that will leave us empty, or pursuing wisdom, virtue, and inner peace? Think about what you value most in life. Are they external things or qualities of character and principles you hold dear? True contentment comes from desiring less and aligning our desires with what is truly good. This doesn't mean denying ourselves pleasure, but being mindful of our desires. Ensure they align with our values and contribute to our well-being. Next time you're drawn to something that seems good, ask yourself, is this truly good? By distinguishing between what seems good and what is truly good, we can make choices that lead to lasting fulfillment. Imagine for a moment the worst-case scenario. You lose your job, your relationship falls apart, your health deteriorates. It's an uncomfortable thought experiment, but bear with me. The Stoics believed in the power of negative visualization, not to dwell on negativity, but to prepare ourselves for the inevitable challenges life throws our way. By contemplating potential setbacks, we reduce their power over us when they occur. We're less likely to be blindsided by adversity because we've already mentally rehearsed how we might respond. This practice isn't about pessimism, it's about preparation and perspective. It's about acknowledging that life is full of ups and downs, and by mentally preparing for the downs, we can face them with greater resilience and strength. Furthermore, negative visualization can help us appreciate what we have more deeply. When we contemplate the potential loss of something dear to us, it can ignite a renewed sense of gratitude for its presence in our lives. Imagine losing your ability to walk. How much more would you appreciate each step you take, each stride you make? This practice isn't about living in fear, but about living with awareness, with an understanding that nothing in life is permanent and that loss is an inevitable part of the human experience. By embracing the impermanence of things, we can learn to appreciate the present moment more fully, to savor the good times while they last, and to face the inevitable challenges with greater courage and resilience. So, take some time to practice negative visualization. Don't dwell on the negative, but simply contemplate the potential challenges that might arise in your life. How would you respond? What resources would you draw upon? What strengths would you discover within yourself? By mentally preparing for the storms, you'll be better equipped to weather them when they inevitably arrive. Imagine you're constantly replaying past mistakes in your mind, worrying about future events that haven't yet happened. Your mind is racing, your thoughts a jumbled mess, and you feel disconnected from the present moment. This is where the practice of mindfulness comes in. It's about bringing our attention to the present moment, observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, and cultivating a sense of awareness of the here and now. Epictetus, like many Stoic philosophers, emphasized the importance of focusing on the present moment. He believed that by being fully present, we could reduce anxiety about the future and regrets about the past, leading to a more peaceful and centered life. Mindfulness isn't about emptying our minds. It's about becoming aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. It's about observing our internal world with the same curiosity and non-judgment we might observe a beautiful sunset. When we practice mindfulness, we train our minds to focus on what is actually happening rather than getting lost in a whirlwind of thoughts about what has happened or what might happen. This practice can be as simple as paying attention to our breath, noticing the sensations of each inhale and exhale, or bringing our awareness to the sights, sounds, smells, and sensations of the present moment. Imagine you're walking through a park. Instead of letting your mind wander to your to-do list or replaying a stressful conversation, bring your attention to the present moment. Notice the feel of the sun on your skin, the sound of birdsong, the scent of freshly cut grass. Engage your senses fully and immerse yourself in the experience of simply being present. By practicing mindfulness, we can interrupt the cycle of negative thinking, reduce stress and anxiety, and cultivate a deeper sense of peace and contentment in our lives. The teachings of Epictetus offer us a path to resilience, a way to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with grace and fortitude. By focusing on what we can control, accepting fate, pursuing true good, practicing negative visualization, and cultivating mindfulness, we can build an unshakable foundation for a life of meaning and purpose. Remember, it's not about becoming emotionless or indifferent. It's about learning to experience our emotions fully without allowing them to control us. It's about facing challenges with courage and choosing virtue even when it's difficult. The path of the Stoic is a lifelong journey, one that requires constant practice and self-reflection. But the rewards are immeasurable. Greater peace of mind, resilience in the face of adversity, and a life lived with purpose and intention.